So there's two things really that I find personally very interesting about urban art. And I'm going to talk mostly about urban art because I really believe these are artists, and that's different than, say, true graffiti tagging where someone maybe just takes a spray paint can and makes a mark on a bridge or a building. That's not really what this is about. So these urban artists in many cases are really pretty professionally trained. They've been to art school with a Bachelor of Fine Arts. They've been to some type of a design college or classes. So they really do have a good artistic background. So two things from that. One, urban art has this really important space component to it. So if you were to take a piece of artwork, whatever it might be, a Radiant Baby from Keith Haring, and hang it in an office, that gives it one look. But really what made Keith Haring really famous and got him going was going around in these dingy subways in New York City and putting up an image of the Radiant Baby or maybe the barking dog. So this space for Keith and for the urban artists now really becomes an important part of how the whole artwork works and how it's going to interact with the people who see it. So the other thing that I find really interesting about urban art is also the time component. So most of this art is not meant to be there forever. It's not a Picasso that's made and printed and it will hang in that frame really forever. This is a piece of art that the artist really, as part of the design, understood that it was temporary. And they go into the subway and they put up this Radiant Baby, and they know that maybe within hours or days it might be destroyed in some way or ripped or tagged over. And so I thought it was really interesting that the artists themselves were putting themselves out there to be interpreted both in the space and for this short period of time. I think the time is also important because the artists are so quickly talking about what's going on right now. So from Keith Haring doing the Radiant Baby up through, let's say today you have Banksy, or 10 years ago you had Banksy, commenting on the war in Iraq or social upheaval in some way. And again, if you took some of his artwork and put it in a room, it has one impact, but if you put it on a dilapidated building and have people look at it and interpret it, not just as a piece of artwork, but as a statement of what's going on in that building, in the city, and in the world around it, to me, that's what really made it interesting, and that's why we started collecting that art.